Maybe before start, if anybody wanted to tell like why you wanted to understand about Python, that would be helpful for me to provide more background about the Python and from where to start, how to start, like on which products you are working and where you wanted to utilize Python. If you can just cover within 1 minute or two, starting with you, maybe for us.
Oh, okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Saraz. I'm
Hey,
10 years old on network experience. I'm not working on Python. I'm just beginning, and I want to take a course to know what can I doing with Python and what can I do my task at office.
right. Thank you for us. Maybe Ben, if you wanted to share something, why you understand about Python. The person with the name of Bernie.
Oh, sorry about that. I was talking, but
Okay,
I was muted. So yeah,
not a
like I said, my job right now is require Python. The idea is that anything that you will do multiple times, we want to automate it. So
It has really become critical at the position I am right now. So this is to just come in and learn much about it and be able to implement the same on production.
correct. Thank you, Ben.
Mhm.
Okay, maybe Hemant, you wanted to share why you want to learn Python.
So I see that nowadays Python is very demanding, and I see the automation work is going on with the Python. So I just want to learn Python because yeah,
Right.
look at
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Okay, Surender.
I want to upgrade myself, and at present I'm a job seeker. So I'm searching job into IT, and I've done AWS certification also, but I am
Mm-hmm.
not getting calls, so I update myself.
True. Thank you, everybody. So my introduction is there. Maybe you can see on the screen. Okay, let's not talk about that, and let's go ahead what we are about to discuss over here. And I would show you couple of the scripts also, how you can utilize Python scripts. But later on, first I need to make little bit foundation for the our today's demo. And this demo is for F5 engineers, for networking engineers, security engineers. Maybe you are working in SD-WAN, you are working in any technology in IT. Okay, so this demo is for you. If you wanted to learn automation, then yes, I am starting with Python. Now, when I am talking about F5 engineer, right? So, or maybe any IT, I am just focusing on F5 because majorly we will be gonna focus on F5 and the Cisco devices. But once you learn Python, you can implement it anywhere. Okay. So when I am saying F5 engineer, so if you are working on LTM, GTM, ASM, APM, it doesn't matter. You can benefit greatly from Python by automating repetitive tasks, as you were people saying, right? Maybe you can integrate with some other tools using the API, and you can enhance the operational efficiency, right? That is what we discussed. Now, if because I want to make this demo little bit interactive, I just wanted to ask one question from you people. If I just see maybe F5 or maybe Cisco kind of thing in the consideration, in that context, what could be the repetitive task? Maybe some use cases or some examples, if you can share, that would be great.
So for F5 that I do mostly, I'll more often receive tax to
Sorry,
receive tax
what
from
what is that?
applicant. I'm saying that I mean I do mostly in F5. I work on mostly F5 stuff, and I would more of the time receive tax to from application owners to create a VIP pool and IRU for them. These are something that comes in every day.
Oh,
So this
great.
is something that is very repetitive.
Right. So very basic thing Ben is speaking about, that using Python script, we can automate the process of configuring FI device, like creating virtual servers, creating pools, creating nodes or pool members, whatever. Okay. And creating maybe different time. One thing. Second thing, it when we are creating this, it will reduce the errors, because if you are doing in bulk here, so maybe it's obvious that person can do the errors. But if you are doing it through the script, it will save your time. It will reduce the error for sure. Okay. What else? What else we can do with respect to the, again, the context is, F5 or maybe networking. Anybody?
I want to I take backup of my device.
Perfect.
One day,
Perfect.
every morning I take a backup of my device.
Yes. So if we need to do the backup, and maybe if we need to do the restores, okay, backup and restores, these are really very, very boring work, but very crucial, very important for your infrastructure. So you can automate such process of taking backups and FI configuration, restoring them in case of failures. Okay. What else we can do? Anybody?
You can schedule the task.
Perfect. So let us say if there is a maintenance, schedule maintenance at 2 a.m. in the night, and they are saying that, okay, we want one of the pool member to be down at 2 a.m. and it need to be make up at 3 a.m. I am just giving one, case scenario. It can be any. So
That
just
is
for
exactly
making,
true. If sorry, sorry. So that is exactly one of it that I'm currently using at work. But the person who wrote that task has left the organization for like about 5 years ago. So that tool that we use, we call it auto tax, is no more, is getting deprecated. So I mean, learning this, if I'm able to implement that at work, that would be great. But yes, we have a tax tool like that I can use it to schedule. Say that, hey, anytime you want to bring up your pool member or you want to disable it, I can schedule it for you. So that is great.
right, right. And see, this is a very small task. It's not a very big task, right? Very small task. But
Wow.
criticality is such that you need to get awake at 2 a.m. You need to make the
Yes.
changes and you need to make it up again. So that
Yes.
that sometimes, bothers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What else we can do? Anybody? Okay.
We get all logs at one point of view.
Perfect.
That is
Logging. Logging.
yeah.
So what the logging means, maybe I won't go on the loggings. I can say reporting. Okay. I can say reporting and documentation. So what happened when there are some schedulers for the reporting also, which you can maybe use in your FI devices. But let us say if there is nothing over there, so you can generate some automated reports on FI configuration, or let us say for traffic statistics, or maybe you can say for security events. It help in auditing. It help in the compliance. Okay. So such thing you can do using the Python automations. Okay. What what more? Anybody? One thing you people are, not able to catch, which is
Uh,
really bothering
what about
all FI people.
certificate.
I wanted to, listen this word. I was thinking that who will speak. Yes. So this thing really, really very, important and tedious, I will say.
I do them manually right now.
Yes, I can understand the pain, and that is the reason. See, multiple of certificate expiry and notice causing the outage. And these outages are really very P1 or P2, bit like those, right? So using Python query, you can just check the set expiration, their dates, and their alert in advance. You can do that. Okay. So see, sky is the limit. If you learn F5, or I won't say on the F5 only, because I am talking with respect to the F5. That is the reason I am talking with reference to F5. But if you learn Python, you can utilize it anywhere. Okay. So let us say if I talk about health checks, so you can do the health checks. If I talk about monitoring, you can do the monitoring. Okay. How? Maybe Python can be used to create some custom health checks beyond the built-in monitor to automate the monitoring of F5 device and performance. Maybe the script can give this detail to some another tool. Okay. Or you you need not to go manually checking the status of large number of tools across the multiple big IP devices after a maintenance window, let us say maybe upgrade. Okay. So this often allow what? You need to log in into each and every device, navigate to the pool, checking the status of each and every member individually, which is really a time consuming. And sometimes if you overlook it, it's prone to errors. But when you are running a short script, okay, you can automate all this entire process. It will connect to the F5 device, iterate through the every specified pool, retrieve the status that, okay, what is the status of the pool, and maybe can give you the output in maybe Excel. I will show you, by the way, today only, I will show you how to export the data in the Excel format. Okay, I will show you later on. Those who will be staying on the call, probably you people can able to see. So similarly, updates is really very important, very crucial, right? So you can automate the development of the new application or update the, uh, update the management, update management in F5. You can do those kind of stuff. So that is one thing, like I just wanted to make you people understand how F5 can help you for this repetitive task. Okay. One part. Second part, that is for sure advanced one. But yeah, if you will keep on learning it, maybe you can do that. Integration with other system. So sometime you can create a web page, or Python can facilitate the integration of F5 device with maybe other broader orchestration platforms, right? So if you talk about the API interaction, so here in F5, if I talk about, it is named as F5 iControl. Okay, iControl is bit like your REST API calls. Some Python libraries, I will be gonna talk about that. Don't worry, but you just understand this word is very important with respect to the F5 programmatic control and management of F5 devices using API calls. So here you can come. Then you can integrate your F5 maybe using some kind of IPAM, IP solution. So IP address management also, if you need to do, you can just integrate with that. You can integrate with DNS. Maybe if you need to upgrade some DNS records while configuring F5 servers on or virtual servers on F5. Okay, you can do that. You can create your own custom tools also. But again, as I am saying, those are really very advanced. Okay, for the same, you need to go for some more stuff. But I am not, touching that part. To cut the long story short, when you are leveraging Python, okay, understanding about Python, as an FI engineer, you can become more efficient. You will reduce manual errors. It will improve the consistency. Better, you can integrate your F5 application delivery services into maybe your complete border IT infrastructure, or you can automate the workflow. So I will say the demand of network engineer with Python skills is really very increasing, okay, during that time. So this is one thing. Like when I'm talking about F5, same case goes with your networking also. So if you are talking about a repetitive task in networking, all those tasks it can do. So you can handle every manual thing by logging into the device through the SSH or telnet, whatever. Okay. You need to do each and everything by your own. No need to do that. If you wanted to check the uplink ports are up or no, you can see. If you wanted to check either the BGP neighborship is up or no, or up from how much time, maybe data collection, you can see. Okay. Everything can be done through your Python. And Python is not depending upon your vendors. If you talk about Palo Alto, yes, Python can work. If you talk about Juniper, yes, Python can work. Cisco, Python can work. Any device, say any device, everything will support the Python. Okay. And why? What is the reason? That maybe you will able to understand soon. Okay. So far, any question?
Nope. It's good.
No question? Fine.
Nope.
Now, my next question from you guys, again, as I told you, this is not interview. This is just an interactive session, and I want everybody should be participate. When I'm talking about automation, I am starting with Python. Okay. And can anybody among of you maybe tell me why Python?
It's a platform independent language.
Yes, very good. It is platform independent language. What more?
Open source.
Yes, open source also. Good. Open source, platform, independent. Very good. I was not about to tell the.
Have a big community.
Oh, good. Big community. What else? Okay. First of all, you need to understand Python is everywhere. Either you realize it or no, doesn't matter. Python is really excellent choice. Why I am, going for Python. Excellent choice for the beginners. Because we people, when I'm saying about Python, why I'm including myself also, because we were not good in coding C, Java at our college days. Those were really, I at least I cannot do. Okay. So now the era is changing, and again we need to go towards the coding. So those languages were really very hard. But when we are talking about Python, damn easy, damn easy. Bit like maybe you can say plain English. Okay. And yes, if you are experienced also, you can do a lot of complex project. Nobody stops you. See, I will say some names like Google, Yahoo, YouTube, Dropbox, NASA. They are also using Python, not the main language, yeah, but the support language is Python everywhere. And there is one website, I hope you people, everybody of you are aware about it, Reddit, right? That social news aggregation or content rating website, right? This is completely built upon the Python. See, so you are interacting with Python somewhere, but maybe you are not able to understand. Then those are the bookish thing. I won't touch those bookish thing. I wanted to tell you the practical knowledge. So if you are using any laptop, maybe Windows, Mac, or maybe if you are using Linux, anything, okay? you can download Python anywhere. So if you are on Windows and you have the same program, you have, let us say, I have one program name 1. This program working is same on Windows, same through the Mac, same through the Linux, hardly matter. Okay. I need not to think about it. I just need to install Python. How to install Python, I will be going to talk about. Don't worry. I will do it from the level 0. Okay. Don't worry. Everything I will talk about. But currently, I'm just talking about why Python. So there is a hype here in networking. If you people are aware, everything is now moving towards the SDN, software defined networking. Either you are going towards the WAN, that is software defined WAN. If you are going towards maybe data center, ACI, if you are going towards the LAN, SD access, everything is SDN, by the way. Okay. Now, what is the purpose, or what is the approach, or what is the architecture of SDN? It separates the control plane from the data plane. That is the only the difference, right? From the legacy routing or legacy switching, whatever you say. But if you talk about SDN, the heart of SDN architecture is managing the resource or controlling the resource through the centralized system. So you should have some controllers, and those controllers are managing your all the devices or edge devices. Similarly, you are utilizing some kind of scripting language, or some kind of, maybe you can say, language, or some kind of API calls to do the interactions, right? So everything is moving in networking also. Everything is moving towards the automation. First of all, you need to understand this. So sooner or later, okay, you have to understand about Python. Oh, sorry, not Python, but the automation. And when I'm talking about automation, Python is the really, really very simple choice. Why? As I was telling you, clean or the human readable syntax is there. So if I talk about F5, because you people are aware about F5, okay. So let us say this is machine language, which means 0, 1 bit like those. Okay. This is human language, bit like English or something like that. If you go towards iRule stands here, somewhat nearby machine language. But if you talk about Python, Python is somewhat over here. See, it is closer to the human. Okay. So very plain or clean, I will say, syntax. You need not to worry about. Let me show you. Let me show you. So because I have already Python installed over here, if I will click on Python, I will go something named as Python interpreter. Okay, I am into the Python interpreter. Let us say I need to do some iteration. Iteration means when I need to do something more than one time. Like I wanted to print for n in maybe I will use some functions. Please ignore them. Okay, 1 to maybe 10 only. If I will give 11, it means it is 10. And I can print something, maybe print VLAN creating the VLAN let me test. Okay, so you can see it how within 2 lines, when I am creating something, it is printing maybe 10 VLANs within a second. Okay, and if I need to do something more, I can print, or currently I am printing, but later on I will show you how you can interact with the devices. So how you can interact with the devices using such things. Let me maybe open a test file. So this is named as ID. It is Visual Studio Code. I will be gonna talk about each and everything later on. It is a demo. I cannot cover everything over there. So don't worry. What is this? How to install it? How to do settings of it, I will be going to talk about. But currently I'm just saying that, let us say if I have something like I am just using names, and in name maybe I am using one or two names from you people. Okay, maybe Ben, then it's Surinder, okay, Rajesh, bit like that. Huh? So this is a way like how I can create something. I can say for n in name, which means I just wanted to iterate Ben, Surinder, and Rajesh, and I can just say print, and I can just say over here, hello, Mr. And then the name will be get printed out from there. So if I will just, initiate this, you can see my script is just going through each and every name and it is greeting you, right? So very simple, huh? Very simple. Later on, you people can able to understand what we are doing. Okay. For the same, we need to go for some of the syntax learning. But if I show you maybe the over here, A equal to 1, B equal to 2, what would be the result of A plus B? See, very simple. Everybody can understand what I am doing, right? So those things, very, very simple language. Okay. Once you understand the concept, you can able to do a lot of things using Python. Okay. So very simple. That is one thing. And then, if I'm not wrong, you people talk about community, right? So what is community? Anybody? When we are
Yes.
talking about community, what does that mean?
The community is the forum and all person that use that
Right.
interact with Python.
Good, good, good. So we can say there is a large or active or diverse group of developers around the world who are contributing to the Python's improvement. They are creating, they are maintaining a different codes, helping others, using the forums, using the tutorials, using the documentations. Anyway, so if we talk about community, really very robust, very robust. Ton of example, ton of documentation, ton of forms are available. And you as a network engineer, if you need to talk about, I can give one term over here because it can be any. It can be Python. Python can be used in networking, security, anyway. So you can say like this: you are net DevOps. So you can use this Python use case for Cisco, F5, Juniper, Polo, anywhere. Okay, very robust community is there, and for sure, the career growth. If you talk about career growth, Python significantly boosts your career or your networking security skills by enabling the automation means you are expanding the job opportunity, enhancing your technical versatility, right? Which surely open the door to the advanced roles. Maybe for penetration tester, you can become security analyst, you can become. Okay. And if you see even in the market, everybody is, now try to look after a guy who is adopting somewhat automation in their environment for sure. That is two things what you people talk about. I thought that, okay, let me discuss about the same. But apart from it, I need to talk very important thing, which is library. See, libraries means some kind of reusable code which provide a specific function. Let me just give you an example. One library is there for SSH. Now, I need not to create again some program for SSH. What I will do, I will import this SSH library and will do the SSH into my router, in my Fi device, in my Polo device, in my Juniper device, Arista device, or whatever vendor you say. Okay. The same library will work on any vendor, depending upon either it is providing the support to that vendor or no. For the same, there are documentation for each and every libraries, which we can go through. And I will be gonna talk about these things later on. Okay, not today, but yeah, today I will show you how to use this. But yeah, these things are really able to help you out to do a lot of things. So if I talk about, let us say, networking, in networking, there are ample of libraries like NetMiko, which simplify your SSH connection, automate the configuration for the network devices, not only on the network device, but multiple vendors, I will say. Then Cisco loves one of them, Napalm. They just talk about it. It provide a unified API. Okay, it is for SSH. It is unified API to manage or retrieve the data from the device across the different vendors. Okay, then NetMiko is simplifying. Earlier, it was one library named as Paramiko. Okay, if you people have heard about it, so there was Paramiko. Similarly, you list will keep on going. Nor, near, Pi, SNMP, and blah blah blah. Similarly, if
Do
you talk about F5,
do we need to know those libraries?
do we need what?
Like that, do we need to know the number of libraries that we need? I mean, applicable to what you're doing?
Right. So if let us say if you need to work on F5,
Yes, say
okay,
F5.
there is one library for F5. I am just taking the name like requests.
Okay.
Okay. This library is for your what to say, like for your HTTP requests. Okay.
Okay.
The library name is request, and it
Okay.
is a very popular Python library for making HTTP request, which is fundamental for interacting with REST API with
Yes.
your
Okay.
I control. I control means F5. Okay. So there is one library like NetMiko, as I talk over here in networking. So you can log in on the F5 through SSH event, right? Then
Okay. Okay.
you can use F5 SDK. Now, my point, you can use any. Okay.
Got it.
Until or unless what you are doing into the script, you should be aware about it. And depending upon different library, a little syntax can vary, but it's bit like whatever color you are doing in the putty, eventually when you are, if your putty is of blue color, if your putty is black color, white color, or whatever, or let us say this whiteboard, maybe the background is blue, green, red, white, whatever. The main thing is content, right? What I am teaching. Similarly, these libraries are running in the background. Main thing is content, what you wanted to show, what you wanted to show, configure, monitor, whatever, okay, in the device. So little bit syntax may vary again, but eventually it's your thing, what you wanted to do. I hope I am clear.
Yes.
So these libraries are really very vast in Python. Very versatile language, wide range of application. You can do the web application development. You can do the data analysis. You can do the artificial intelligence, scientific computation, automation, lot of things you can utilize in the robotics or wherever. Let me maybe, show you. So let us say I need to import a library named as requests. Okay. Now, what I am doing, I am creating a variable. In this variable, I wanted to see that for this requests, I wanted to use a method. This is a method of HTTP. I hope people are aware about it. If no, even then it is fine. Let me talk about that. NetMinion.net. Okay. So I just wanted to see in the get function what maybe, let me print the status code for this device. Status code. Okay, only 3 lines of code. But before that, let me open this. Maybe let me just copy this link. Paste here. I'm opening this, developer tool. Let me press enter. If I'm pressing enter, you can see my website is opening. That is fine. Everything is good. And if I show you people over here, okay, in general tag, which is the method? Method is, guys, method is
Yeah, get
get.
request.
What is the status code?
200.
200,
Okay.
right? Now, same thing I am doing through API calls. This is somewhat, maybe I am doing the API calls over here. Let me run this script. And can you see?
Yeah.
It is printing the status. Maybe I can more modify it. I can just say like status code for the website is like that. And since this value is dynamic, I can do like that. You can work on this somewhere. Fine. If I will run this script again, you would be able to see it will show me this fancy message. And if again I need to do some kind of maybe more decorations, I can add some some lines. So you can see there is some lines. So status code for this website is 200. Let me make some rubbish. Maybe I am saying admin.php, which does not exist, I know, but I am just wanted to show you how live traffic it is sending up. Can you see this?
Yes.
It is changing, right? So this is making a live interaction with the website, trying to fetch that code, and will get that information for you. So that response you are receiving from these 3 lines of code. Okay. And I hope you people can able to understand what I'm doing here. Okay. It's really very simple. When I talk about these libraries and all of those things, maybe you can make it out. Okay. What I am doing. But so far, any question from anybody, please feel free to ask.
So what at times makes it a little bit confusing?
Sorry,
is
your
where-
voice is very low, Ben.
Okay. So where at times it makes it a little bit confusing is where you need to know that I have to do like what you did, and that is what is backward slash and those kind of things.
No, don't worry. That
Okay.
when I will teach you, then you people be able to understand.
Okay.
Like if what I did the API call. Okay. If you people are aware about API, anybody wanted to talk about API? What is API? Application Programming Interface. What is that? Anybody?
Yeah, I've heard about it. Use it.
Again,
By
your
what?
voice is low.
I don't know why it's like that. Let me check why.
Okay. So API are the mechanisms when one application is interacting with another application. A very good example of it, I always used to give in my lectures, that you must be using Alexa device, okay, in your home, and you want your smart LED bulb, although it does not look like bulb, but just
Okay.
assume drawing is little bit like that. Okay, you want to control your LED bulb, maybe change the light. If you want to change the light, you can do it using the Alexa. You can just speak over here and Alexa will talk through API calls, right? So your one program is interacting with another. And the very classic example, what I gave you before some time, let us say you have a controllers, okay, in SD-WAN, maybe SD-WAN controllers or any controller, and you wanted to talk with some edge device. So these kind of talk is through your API. And this API name is southbound API. If people are aware, that is good. If not, let me introduce one more term. And even you can control the controllers using your script. So maybe I can say here script, or maybe I can say using some kind of application. Okay. So you can control the controller. So this is named as northbound API. Northbound API. So if you have heard about Consulto, what is that? That is doing controlling the controller, right? So if I talk about Cisco Prime is maybe controlling the controllers in Wi-Fi world. So this is APIs. Now second term is REST API. Second term is REST API. When I am talking about REST, it means I am talking about HTTP world. Okay, HTTP, HTTPS, whatever. And as I showed you before some time, you can do the get. Get is bit like you are reading something. Okay, because when you are accessing something, it means you are using get. But if you are doing some, let us say you are issuing your username and password, you are putting some kind of feedback. So when you need to do the create, you are doing post. Okay. You need to modify something, you can do put. You want to delete something, you can do delete. So these are 4 functions in the REST API calls, which is named as create, read, update, delete. This is a well-known architecture of your REST API with the name CRUD, okay, which stands for create, read, update, delete. This is your way, maybe I will say, how your RESTful APIs works to get the data, manipulate the data, delete the data, bit like that. And as I told you, you can just put the scripts anywhere, on the Linux, on Windows, on Mac, anywhere. It hardly matters. Any question? No?
No.
Okay. Now, let me, yes, Fawaz. Were you
No,
speaking?
no, good.
Okay. So let me show you. So there are some scripts for you. Of course, I won't show you these scripts because these scripts will go above your head. Just give me a minute. Okay, sorry, somebody was there on the board. Yeah, what I was saying. So if you see, this is first of all, this is our lab, because I am local to the lab server. So I will be using it locally. The IP is 192.168.118 for this F5. I am accessing this. Just give me a minute, Ben. Okay.
Sure.
So this is my F5 server. Yes, go ahead.
I was asking that the topology. I do have a server.
Don't worry. I will talk about this topology. I will give you the workbook, how to install the lab on this topology. Everything you will get. But it's a demo. I cannot, talk about those things over here. But yes.
Oh, I was thinking that is that something you can export, send it, and can just import it into my environment.
We can talk about that. Don't worry.
Okay, no
We
problem.
can talk about that later on.
Okay, sure.
But currently, I just wanted to show you like how you can utilize your F5 script.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to show
Good
you.
stuff.
So if you see here, it's very simple thing I am showing you. In the virtual server, there is nothing. In the pools, there is nothing, right?
Yep.
So if you see this script will create the virtual server using the CSV file. Maybe this is a CSV file. Let me open it. Okay.
Okay.
And in this CSV file, maybe you need to give the name of the virtual server, what is the destination IP, what is the protocol, what is the port, what is the pool name, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
So this information you can provide so that, your script can pick from here and can create the details. So what I am doing, let me exit from here. So this is a way to run the script. You can run it from multiple way, but I'm just showing you over here because I don't want to show the scripts in the demo. Okay. Because otherwise you people will not able to understand. But I'm just showing you the power. So if I just click on enter, it is saying below pools are created. Pool 1. So if I see my, okay, this is pool 1, fine. Then below virtual servers are created. What is my virtual server name? A1, yes. And congratulations, scripts has configured its task. Have a nice day. Okay.
Okay.
Let me now go to my F5. If I will refresh this pool list, can you see there is a pool 1? If I will go to my virtual server, you can see there is a virtual server. Let me try to hit this script again. It should throw me the error. Why? Because the same pool cannot configure twice. Let me see. And can you see?
It has the same pool name.
Can you see here?
Yep.
Which means this is something which my script is doing. What I can do now, I can maybe go to the virtual server, delete this. Let me go to the pools, delete this. And just FYI, just to show you people. I won't make it much more, only 8, only 8. I just make it in the sequence. So my virtual server name should be 128. This should be the IP. This should be the protocol. And again, port number is also changing, but hardly matter. I don't give a shit. It's all right. And you can see the pool names are also changing. Okay. Let me run this script again. Same script I'm running it again. And can you see it's showing me how many pools it configured from pool number 1 to pool number 8? How many virtual server it created? A1 to A8. And it is saying that, okay, congratulations, script has done its work. And have a nice day. Fine. Let me now quickly go and check my pool list. Can you see that?
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
How quickly it is doing? Go to the virtual server. Can you see 80, 81, 82, and blah, 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 blah. Can you see that?
Yes.
That is the power of automation. I am showing you only it, but believe me, it won't take me much time to configure maybe thousands of the pool. I can do it
That's true.
like that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, let's do the vice versa. Okay, vice versa. Now, if you see, I can export the data into the Excel. So currently there are only 4 files, right? Ideally, if I will do it, the 5th file should be get created. Let me maybe run the script. What is the name? Exporting. Okay. Python exporting data to Excel PY, and it is showing me what virtual servers and what pools are there. Fine.
Okay.
And can you see?
Yes.
It's Indian time. Please excuse
Yes.
the time zone. Okay. But you can see one file is created. If I open this file, can you see that?
Yes.
Within a minute, not even a complete 1 minute, and it's doing its job. Let me do
Yep.
something, maybe just to see either it is, getting correct or no information. I'm creating one more pool, sorry, virtual server, maybe with the name of test for May, just to see destination, any destination, service port, any service port. Okay, fine. Pool, default pool, let's give pool number 7, finished. Okay, just one more I added. Earlier, if you see, if I open this, there was
8.
8, right? Let me close this, go to my script, hit the upper arrow, and just put the enter, nothing else. Can you see?
Yes, that's
It's
good.
showing you
Yeah.
one more.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, if I will see here, see that.
Yep.
Okay. It is giving you those details why it's not finding out code. Maybe we need to see the script. But I hope you people are getting the sense how Python can ease our life. Whatever I
Yes.
was talking about in earlier theory, I hope you people can able to understand. Now, because you were asking something, let me just answer on that. When we will be going to talk about this training, okay, when? So I can say what you will get
Okay.
from this course. Huh? So for sure, first of all, you will get live training with me. Okay, throughout the class, I will be your tutor. And when I am teaching Python, the Python, I will be gonna give you example of F5 or Cisco devices, but it won't stop here. You can leverage those scripts anywhere. If you are running maybe Viptela, you can do it on Viptela. If you are doing on some another vendor, you can do. And for sure,
For Tillet also.
yes, why not? Okay. And then when I am teaching you, for sure, for F5 and for Cisco, I will be touching some real, world scenario so that couple of the stuff you people can able to understand and you can
Okay.
able to get that stuff, as per your, maybe I will say, need of the hour, right? Then for sure, you will get all the, session recording. So whatever I am teaching, everything will get recorded.
Alto?
Yes, go ahead.
Palo Alto?
Sorry.
Palo Alto?
Yes, Polo
He said
also.
Palo.
Yes,
Example?
yes, yes. Polo also. Yes,
Yeah.
Polo
For
also.
me right now, the only thing I do is only F5.
So that is what I am saying. I will
Yeah.
be touching these two, but you can leverage these scripts on any vendor.
In the
It
vendor.
hardly
Okay.
matter. It is bit like ACL. If you learn ACL, you can apply it on Polo, you can apply it on Cisco, you can apply on Juniper, you can apply on F5, anywhere. So this is bit like equivalent to that. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, you will get session recordings. Then you will get session recording and lab as comprehensive. Okay. So sorry, it complementary. I need to say. So it is complementary, and you will get these details from us without any cost. Whatever training cost is there, within the same, we will be providing you lab access and the session record. And this is Saturday and Sunday training, starting from the same time, whatever we did, maybe till 1 hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours Saturday and 2 hours for Sunday, bit like that. Okay, depending
Is
upon maybe our.
is
Yeah.
there a support to help us to be able to replicate the same in our lab environment?
Yeah, there are different ports. So if Ben is doing something, it won't bother Fawaz. If Fawaz is doing something, it won't bother Rajesh.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I do understand that part. I say in my own lab environment, like I said, I have a complete environment,
Mhm.
like the F5 that you are showing me right now. Like the lab, I have a complete one here at home, sitting on my server. So at a
Mhm.
certain point, I want to be able to implement the same in my own lab environment. Is there a support to help such person to be able to implement that in his own environment?
Okay, regarding that, maybe we can talk later on.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, no problem.
Yeah. But it won't bother you. Reason why? Because I can, export from here. You can import
Sure.
that for sure. Second thing,
Thank you.
I will give you the workbook. So you can just make sure everything you can replicate over there. But
Okay, okay,
Thank you.
okay.
Let's
Me,
move
me
on. I
also,
got it.
me also.
Understand.
I have my own machine to do the lab at home. I have a big server, so I just need the workbook of this lab and I implement it on
for
my
sure,
side.
you will get, for sure you will get. Don't worry. Okay, fine. So that is what from my side today. If you have any questions, house is open for that.
That is really good. It's just the first day and it's the beginning, more like introduction, but I think
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
really good. Looking
Okay,
forward for more.
Sure, sure.
okay,
Thank you, man.
okay,
Thanks for your
okay,
feedback.
okay, okay, okay. Me also, but I just want to tell you that I'm French. My English is not good, so I'm asked you to go in slowly for good understand for me.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you. Thank you first.
okay,
So just one thing from my side, guys. Okay, like if you wanted to enroll for the training, I
okay,
am giving you the link in the chat. Okay, because next classes won't be free for sure. So I just give the link in the chat. You please click on that and you can just reach us and we will be, gonna talk about commercial or other part.
okay, okay,
No problem. I have really already registered, so
okay. Me, I'm registered on this week. I'm talking with commercial and I'm registered this week. Okay, so
Sure, sure.
the
You
course
can talk with
starts
my,
Saturday. Okay,
this number is from Myra. She will,
okay.
help you out.
Yes, I have her number. I'm talking with him and I register before next session.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure, sure. Thank you.
Okay.
Anybody else has any question, any doubt, anything?
Good for me. Good for me. Very interesting.
Okay.
Good for me.
Barney, Rajesh, Surinder.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Surinder.
Sir, is there any we can do certification or how we can get into job also?
So this is related to your automation of your different vendors. So not, maybe I will not say that I am focusing on some kind of certification training, but more towards the job oriented programs, or maybe as a working professional, you can get benefited from. Okay.
Okay,
Okay, okay.
okay, sir.
Yeah. Bunny, you have any question?
No more question.
Okay. Uh, Cyprian, you have any question?
No, no question.
Sure.
Is this my first time for us? And going chat for us est revenu vers vous.
Can you repeat? Sorry, I didn't able to catch.
Non, mais et for us?
Yes, he said it's my friend. I'm calling him to chat and he said that we are talking about Maya this week and we are registered for next session.
Got you,
Yes,
got you, got
each friend guy, her English is not good. I'm telling him to try that his technical
See,
English is
yeah,
done.
yeah.
Yes.
So
So
in French,
yes,
I only know
yes,
only two things.
you need to go. You need to go if you're going slowly to on your explanation. Because we have French guys.
Okay, understand. So in
Okay,
French,
okay,
I only know two or three things because I went to the French last month.
okay.
So
Oh
this is
yeah, okay.
bonjour and comment allez-vous?
Is that bonjour?
Bye bye.
Bonjour. Yes. Okay. Okay.
are you
So
Thank
guys
you
in
very much.
France? So are you guys in France or which part of it? Which part of the
no,
world?
no, no. I'm
Paris.
I'm from India,
Oui.
but these
Yeah,
people are
I know
from
you.
France.
I know you better. I'm asking about the
We
French
are
part.
Paris. We are Paris. I'm
Oh,
Paris.
Paris.
Paris. Oh, okay. I did
Yes.
pass Paris last 2 years when I was traveling to Africa, I passed through Paris on a
Okay, yes.
vacation.
And
Yeah.
Charles de Gaulle, yes, yes. We live at Paris.
Oh,
So
okay.
okay.
It was great that the airport they speak English, so it made it easier for me to pass through.
Yes, yes, you are. Some guys speak English, but is not. Everybody not speak English very well. Me also,
Okay,
my English is not very well, but I'm just
but
trying.
I can
I'm just
understand
trying.
you. We can
Yeah.
understand you. So don't
Okay.
Yeah,
think that we don't understand you.
Okay.
right. Your English is very good.
Yes.
Once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay,
any
sir.
other
Thank you.
anything else?
Thank you.
No?
Thank you.
So I would like to thanks to everybody for sparing your time, precious time with us. I hope you understand something. And from the next weekend, we will be starting these classes. Till then,
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank
take
you.
care of
Thank you.
Bye,
yourself.
guys.
See you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye,
Thank you.
guys.